soundscape going
Oh
for an
no!
animation.
No!
I'm like, oh
No!
crap.
No, you fool! Honestly, I do.
I only have 4 hours of sleep. I'm doing well.
All right. Well, let's see. We should be getting up to liveness at this point.
We are live.
Yeah, but are we alive?
Yes.
This is coming from the only person that probably slept well in the last few days.
But
Yep,
how
looks like
alive
we're alive.
are we?
That's because I worked 5 days in a row, getting up at 7 a.m. Sorry, 6 a.m.
That
and having to go to work.
That means
Tech
nothing.
circuit.
Yes.
Tech circuit.
Yes.
Y'all were supposed to remind me about that eBay auction. I lost.
Oh,
Oh,
no, I am so sorry, man.
Shame! Shame!
At least,
Shame on you.
at least we didn't record the fact that that you lost. I'm so sorry, man. I really am.
Give him the cone of shame.
Did you lose by a lot or a little?
I lost by a lot.
Okay.
I put in like $27 as my max, and it went up to like 46.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. It sucks, but I think you're probably better off for it.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Sorry. I still feel.
Well,
I'm still
At
sorry
least,
though.
at least you'll save a little money, Cole.
Yeah.
I suppose I would have been paid back because I was trying to win it for my dad.
Fair
Well,
enough.
we gave you a budget, and you've stayed within the budget.
What?
I mean,
27 was your max.
no. That was the max I put in. I was waiting to go higher.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and win another thing though. The thing that I was trying to win for myself. So currently I'm in the lead. We'll see how long that lasts. I got 20 minutes. So
Wish you luck then.
Oh, here's to hoping.
at least I saved the images, so I have them at least in my personal record,
There you go.
and I can just kind of
There
send them
you
to my
go.
dad and be like, "Hey,
So I tried to get this.
Yeah.
I did."
By the way, I did a quick little.
Actually, no. By the way, we got to get started here.
All right, go.
All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you for all your hard work today. Every pony but Cavalier is dismissed. It has been a long day, hasn't it, Cavalier?
Yes, Your Highness.
And you would do anything for your princess, wouldn't you?
Yes, Your Highness. Unless you disappeared without a trace, then I would swear blind allegiance to the next princess in line.
Okay. How about I give your horn a polish for a few hours?
What do you mean?
Help the sun go to bed early tonight.
Totally lost.
Allow the royal plot.
Wouldn't the gardener be able to help you?
For the love of me, do I have to spell it out for you? I want to have sex with you.
Oh. I still don't get it.
I have nothing to say. No part of that sentence could be interpreted any other way.
Oh, I think I see what you're saying.
Finally.
You want me and your maid Strawberry Cream to hook up. Do not worry, Highness, I am working on it. Hey there, Strawberry, how's it going?
Still not into you, creep.
She is so into me.
You're fired. I'm going to go hit on one of Luna's guards.
I need a better union.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to The Brony Show, episode 524, where we're all very stupid tired. I am your host, here to bring you the show for yet another day that unfortunately we've lost an hour on because of stupid policies enacted way earlier on, and no other country follows. I am Circuit Main. Leave me alone. Let me have the moment. I am Circuit Main. And, of course, I am also joined by a wonderful group of panelists who will not immediately correct me in the middle of an intro. We are joined by Deathlight Productions.
I'm dying.
DM21.
Hey, y'all. Hope you're not getting sick.
Tech Stallion.
Hi.
Toakoi.
I'm a fun killer.
And Suki of the Otaku Asleep Ended.
Fuck out of here.
And of course, we're here to bring you the Brony community for this week, where we have just. Is it when you deactivate or reactivate daylight savings at this point? I don't even know anymore. All I know is spring, you jump ahead and then you wonder why.
So I could have sworn, didn't they enact a measure that supposedly this was going to be the last time we did it?
I thought so.
It was, but remember, even whenever a lot of people agree in Congress, the president can still say no.
I thought they did, but I don't know. I probably should just double check into that to be sure, because to my knowledge, I thought we were going to be ending it soon. Or was that just like a pipe fever dream? Or
All right, the U.S. Senate approves a bill to make daylight savings time permanent, meaning this would be standard time.
But
The House of Representatives have to still pass it before it goes to the president.
there we go.
So,
All right, we're gonna leave that one alone for now. Then why are we talking about? We're talking about sleep. Command us something. We need sleep. We just want sleep. Consistent, uninterrupted sleep.
Yeah, I saw that. So, yep, yeah. So for some reason, the Senate was like, yeah, this makes sense, and the House was like, no.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. Anyway, let's
Anyway,
we're
it's like
gonna
no
leave that
sleep
alone
for
for
you.
now. We're gonna leave it. 2 days to recover. I wish. Anyway, we're gonna leave that alone. I'll get to that in a bit. But yes, welcome to the Brony Show, and in just another fun thing coming up soon in a few short days, we also have the celebration of St. Patrick, which I think the whole point was kind of lost, but it's basically become a celebration of the Irish. So we are going to be celebrating with corned beef, wonderful Irish beer, and of course wearing green to celebrate the wonderful people of Ireland. Though I'm pretty sure that some of that is related to them.
Yeah.
okay, basically it is a celebration of St.
Yeah.
Patrick. However, the drunkenness is
I
American.
can't. I'm busy.
DM, mute.
We're just gonna mute DM for the moment there, and yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
basically, there was a
Yeah.
celebration of St. Patrick on the 17th of March. However, due to Americans being Americans, we made it a drinking holiday, much like Cinco de Mayo.
Well, I mean, anyway, any holiday's a drunk holiday. We're in America, anyway. But getting back to point,
I was about to say, Rally, cat, get out of my water.
Everything's trying to stop a second.
There we
Don't
go.
matter.
We're this
Yeah,
whole
but,
show's down the tubes. Anyway, go ahead.
But okay, sorry, but I was gonna say we turned Christmas into a drinking holiday. What do you think eggnog is?
Touche. Christmas.
In fairness,
Actually,
that was-
no. I mean, Christmas, New Year's. I think the only thing we haven't turned into a drunken holiday is Easter. Bloody Marys. Bloody Marys. I stand corrected. Easter brunch with Bloody Marys. Easter
No, blood of
brunch.
Christ. You got one.
Holy crap! That guy
That
must have been
could be one.
wasted. That guy must have been wasted 24/7. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
My bad.
I'm so sorry.
You're back. You were talking to somebody off.
No.
screen.
We had to mute you for a bit. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I know. She was yelling at me to.
Anyway,
The thing is, we're all tired, and she got impatient, so she yelled.
but anyway,
That's fine.
let's get back on track here. So yeah, despite anything else, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. And of course, you can obviously tell we are completely off our rocker. Some of us are really tired for more reasons than just having to skip an hour of sleep yesterday. So, in celebration of trying to get our bearings back together, today we're going to be winding it down a little bit for some fun. We're going to go back to an old favorite with Tabletop Simulator, and we're going to do a puzzle. I found 2 awesome images of Lyra celebrating the luck of the Lyrish, of course. And we're going to just do puzzles of these images while we have a fun time talking about anything and everything. Because sometimes you just need to do a wind down. But before that, of course, we do got plenty other things to talk about, including news and such. So, we're going to warm up our vocal cords first, give ourselves a chance to try to get ourselves back in the groove here with some wub time. And what better way than What's Up Brony? So, I'll go ahead and ask all of you, as I do every week, how's the wub?
Well, I started since I had enough time off of HarmonyCon to look into like Everfree, and yeah, I wasn't able to do the hotel thing, not because of not because of the event itself, but because it's like, oh, we need Tuesday, and I'm like, I would fly out Thursday to be there, not
What?
So I'm probably doing my Airbnb again, which at least I know it is this time, and I'm not lost for about 3.5 hours.
What hotel are you talking about?
I said for whenever I went to like Everfree's like deal thing,
Yeah.
when I tried to change the dates to fit where I would actually be doing stuff, it's like, nope, no rooms available.
Really? Did Everfree run out of rooms already?
Already?
I don't
it's
know.
Like months from now.
I don't even think they even announced that they brought up the blocks yet, or did they?
Yeah.
No, they did. Remember, they started like I think at the very least pre-reg for the thing, and I went to their Discord and they had a thing for it. Let me just double check because I could be blowing smoke.
I know.
Oh,
Babs
and
is
they
getting
announced
stuff going.
they announced Izzy for coming back after last year. Oh, right here. Yep, high-rise hotel rooms now available. So it's... Yeah, they did this back in October. Oh, the day after my birthday.
Ha.
That they said.
Anyway, I suppose that's something to look into. That would be kind of a bummer if they ended up already selling out the rooms, especially since I wasn't even paying attention.
Well, it's something because you were there last year. You know how busy it got.
I do, but I don't recall the rooms running out that fast. Anyway, that's another kettle of fish, another time, another place.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, anybody else have any other What's Up Brony going on with them?
Oh yeah, I found a place. I got informed by my family on Friday. We have a place.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's awesome to hear.
And I'll probably skip out on the tabletop thing, not because I don't like puzzles. Well, I don't do them much these days, but other than that, I'm playing something else in the background right now. So
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
purely
probably be gamed
voluntary.
out by then.
It's purely voluntary. You know, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
I know.
So,
Anyway, anybody else have any other What's Up Brony going on?
yeah, so for me, the scrapyard that I help a lot, they're right now getting rid of a lot of old inventory, so they let me look through it and let me either just take it or pay core prices for it, which is nice. So, like $1,000 transmission, I'd only pay like $50 for.
If you're not using it, you will make a killing selling it.
And I also got around to oiling and waxing my boots because they desperately needed that for working in slush and mud and water
Yeah.
for 9 to 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
I also finally got the video screen to work for my audio editor, which took way more work than I thought it would. So now I can edit podcast animations and a lot of other stuff like that in real time.
Yeah. Also, I hear a heavy click of a mouse.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine. But the funniest thing I completely forgot to mention last week, I went grocery shopping with one of my brothers, and they lost me in the store because he thought I was a woman, so he wasn't looking for me.
My dude, I have seen you. You do not look like a woman. I should know. I live with two.
What?
Dude,
No,
looks
dude,
like a
what?
lady.
Thank you.
I don't know if you've ever seen me in a dress, but I kill it.
Oh, I could
Pardon
have
me.
actually killed it at a dress.
Am I? Oh, okay. I think I've officially lost the plot somewhere, and I have obviously been made more aware that I really need to pay a
when
lot
did
more
we have
attention.
How dare
Anyway,
you say I don't look feminine at all.
moving back on track here. Anybody else have any other What's Up Bernie going on with them? Alright, well, I might as well go ahead and throw a little bit into What's Up Bernie going on with me, because it's also show news related. Yeah, okay, who is doing that clicking? It's really loud.
I'm saying DM.
No,
I'm not
that's
sure because I'm hearing it.
Tech?
What?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention for a moment.
No, it's
Were you
just
doing
there's
the click?
no, there's just a lot of really loud clicking all of a sudden, and just I wasn't able to pinpoint who it was.
Me, I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, Jesus, show is on shambles already. All right. So at least a little bit of What's Up Brony going on with me here. I do have news in regards to current schedule plights that I did say could be affecting the show. So a little bit of What's Up Brony, a little bit of show news. So it does look like in the next week or two, unfortunately I say look like because I'm not 100% positive until I can get a final confirmation, which I haven't quite yet. It looks like I might be getting back to at least my old work schedule, though I'm going to be doing a different job, obviously. The old work schedule would come back into place, which means I should still be able to do the main show and also even the after party as I normally would have. Granted, things are going to be a little bit more roughy bumpy for me since I'm still going to have to get other things figured out. But at least that's a good promise that we should still have things going on as normal for a while longer.
And we also have to remember you have BabsCon in what, a month?
Speaking of which, yeah, I did finally get the last little hurdle for me for BabsCon, so I can officially say with 100% certainty that I will be able to attend BabsCon this year. Unfortunately, now Everfree has become a big, huge question mark because I didn't realize the hotel rooms got sold out, and I don't know if they're planning on opening up another block or not.
I have an Airbnb that I go to. It has extra rooms.
I'll put that up on the debate block. But anyway, so yeah, Everfree has now become a major question for other reasons that I did not expect at all. But honestly, it also makes me proud though. Makes me proud because we're bronies are still so prolific that we're able to sell out hotel rooms like that. That is amazing.
Well, also remember it could be incompetence on my part, but I brought something aware that you didn't think about.
Right. No, I get that. Anyway, so yeah, good things. There are some good things happening. Some crazy things. It's definitely been a bit of a month though. It feels like they always say that with spring comes changes and renewal. And it feels like just this month alone, there's just been so much change for everybody, whether they like it or not. It's really been quite fascinating, to be honest.
Yeah, I've definitely felt that with work and just work, since that's my base life function out.
Okay, we're just gonna mute Toa for a brief moment because I don't exactly need a hype squad when I'm trying to wax poetic here a little bit. So yeah, wow, I think I actually, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and unmute Toad now because I completely lost my train of thought to begin with now.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get moving on. Let's go into the show proper here. And what better way to get started than another shenanigan here. So we're going to go ahead and share screen here because the first thing I want to do is show related, but it's also kind of related to other things that have been mentioned. Now, we did talk about the Renegade Game Studios, who is making a basic deck building card game and a book RPG, which the PDF should be coming out later this week, if I recall, the digital PDF, and physical copies of the book will be in June or July. Now, the one thing I also mentioned was kind of funny is everything else is being delayed to be shipped until around that time, except for the dice and dice bags, which I actually managed to get my dice and dice bags.
Nice.
How do the dice feel?
Hold on, I'll get to that in a moment. Now, of course, the funny thing about all of this is just the fact that, you know, they literally put the dice before the book. So, you know, kind of funny for an RPG where you have the components, but you don't actually have the book to play the game. But I decided, as per request, that I do a review of it. Of course, I couldn't do it completely by myself here. I had to get the right person. So, the right person is also the right pony. So, I enlisted Twiggles to help me with a review of the dice and dice bag. Yes, good old Twiggles. So, she was more than willing to engage as long as I let her explore in her own way. So, after showing both of them, she decided to go ahead and check out the dice bag first. Truly an interesting dice bag. She found that the fabric on the outside was okay. It wasn't super noteworthy, but it did seem rather sturdy. However, she was as disappointed as I was that the pony image on the front basically feels kind of like a plastic iron-on. So it's the kind of fragile where if you're not careful with it or you rub it against things too much, that image is going to start coming apart in a moment.
Also, the fact that image is more or less just from the movie poster.
Yeah, that kind of gives it the hint that it's probably not a cheap-ass image to begin with. Anyway, so the next thing she did was to explore the inside of the bag. Because even though the outside might look good, the stitching might not be great on the inside. So the stitching does look like it holds up pretty well. And it looks like the material on the inside isn't soft, like the wonderful leather dice bag that we have, but it's an okay material as well. Again, not the best, not the worst.
Would you say fleece or wool?
I would think more of kind of a scratchy wool. Definitely not fleece. Nowhere near fleece. So the next thing, of course, is bag size. Of course, Twiggy was a little disappointed as the bag couldn't even fit over her head. Got stuck on her nose.
Well, she has a boop in a snoot.
It was a valiant attempt. However, it does indicate that the bag is pretty much only really useful for dice. I wouldn't carry too many extra things in it, considering, of course, that the image is a kind of a weird iron-on. You definitely would want to be careful with that anyway.
If not dice, you could always play marbles with it.
Shh, you don't want to do that. You might damage the bag. It's for dice only. That's the only purpose.
Dice, baby.
Of course,
Vanilla dice.
Speaking of dice, Twiggy decided it was next time to check out the dice. Unfortunately, her disappointment was a little maximized as she found that she didn't have to cut open the plastic with a sharp pair of scissors like a raving maniac. It was actually quite easy to just flip the plastic open like it was a little container.
second. Why did you let her anywhere near the snips?
I promised that I wouldn't interrupt her during her review in any way. But
Poor man.
no, she's respectful. She doesn't stab the cameraman. But she unfortunately couldn't stab the dice because
Of course,
either.
Twiggy wouldn't stab the cameraman. She loves the attention.
Of course, once we got the dice out and able to be looked at, Twiggy was quite perplexed. Because unlike a standard RPG set where you had 2 D10s, in this one you had 2 D20s. And only 1 D10. Which apparently is perfectly suitable for the game system that Renegade is going to be using. But for other RPG shenanigans, it does leave you a little lackluster. But, so...
That doesn't sound like it's what it means what you think it means.
It sucks.
No. I mean, like, no, the saying that something is lacklusting. That just sounds... that doesn't sound like what you intended to mean.
Yeah, I know. This is what I get for trying to come up with words on the fly instead of writing a script. Lackluster. It feels like they got something extra and you didn't get the extra that you should have. But who knows? Maybe 2 D20s will be necessary. And of course, the coin is a simple plastic with stickers on both ends.
You never know when you'll need an extra D20.
Yep. Of course, Twiggy decided that the only way to really judge a dice is to roll it. So she gave the dice a big roll, and it rolled natural 20, which spawned a brand new copy of Trails to Azure, which is not supposed to come out until later this week, thus breaking street date. Apparently, these dice are extremely powerful. I told Twiggy that maybe we should relax on the dice a little bit. This can't be good. We literally spawned a game out of nowhere. She decided, no, we're still gonna do the dice. We're gonna try rolling it again. So she rolled it a second time and managed to spawn an entire supply of liquor. Apparently, these D20s are the most powerful D20s on the planet. I begged with her to stop at this point. Unfortunately, her lust for power had overwhelmed her common senses. She figured if she went from a game early from street date to several bottles of high-end liquor, or at least moderately priced liquor, then another D20 another 20 roll will easily be something akin to gold or platinum. So she rolled one more time, and unfortunately she rolled a 1 and got a cheap $5 bottom of the barrel vodka. It was at this point that Twiggy ran off with the vodka, and there was just silent sobbing, and the review was pretty much over.
Bravo, man. Bravo on that.
Yes. So, yes, that was the review of the bag and dice with Twiggy. The bag is pretty much exactly as I expected. It's an okay bag. The image is basically a cheap iron-on. The dice are dice. They roll okay. They sparkle slightly. They don't exactly have a massive heft, but I don't think I can break them just by dropping them on the ground absent-mindedly. And for some weird odd reason, they actually gave me a small little bag with a second 4-sided dice, which wasn't on anything. So I really don't know what that's all about. But yes,
Thankful you bought something.
So yeah, it's a dice. It's a dice bag, dice, and a coin to flip. This cost me about $20. My verdict: honestly, save your money. Unless you really, really, really want it. Even the dice, the only reason you can even tell they're pony-related dice is the D20s have what looks like Twilight Sparkle's cutie mark on it. Otherwise, you can use anything. This is literally this is cheap-ass merchandise that you'd find at a dollar store. And I'm slightly insulted.
Oh, it was a pre-order and incentive bonus, so...
No, it's not even a pre-order and incentive bonus. This is just regular merchandise that they're selling for the book RPG. Anyway, that's it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. Twiggy is probably going to be nursing her hangover for a little while. Anyway, and hopefully I didn't just botch the review with a horrible music overlay, which I triple checked and has no copyright flags against it in any way that I could find, and actually appears to have been self-made by somebody. And believe me,
And then YouTube being YouTube.
Well, I hope. But hey, the Twitch broadcast didn't shut down, so I guess I did something right. I hope. It's based off
all we can do.
It's based off a video game, so that also helps. Video game music. At least they didn't quite. They haven't gotten as bad as the MPAA. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on here. So, getting into news here. Another little bit of news, and this was also specifically requested by the creator to me, so I had no choice because I thought this was really awesome too. Get Your Tentacles Off My Waifu has officially been put onto the Steam store. Granted, it's not officially released yet, but it's in the Steam store. That is amazing. That is high level stuff. So a big shout out to Flying Realms and congratulations for getting another pony game off onto Steam. He joins a very small but illustrious list.
May I quest? May I?
Well, yes, but there's also more than that.
I understand that. That was a joke at HomiCon. Let's move on.
Yes, thank you. But yes, small but illustrious list of pony games on Steam, which I'm hoping that this helps encourage a few more to pop up here and there. But yeah, at the moment you can actually do a wish list of it. I believe I thought I saw that there was a demo of this somewhere. Huh. Let me see this. It might help if I spelled your. Oh yeah, you can also. They also have the demo on here, so you can. Oh, the demo is not available yet, apparently, but they're working on it. So yeah, you'll still have to go to the itch.io page if you want to play what they currently have available for the like alpha build. But they are planning a demo. They're planning a full release. I really recommend wishlisting it, especially A, if you want to get it, and B, you want to support a Brony creator trying to get pony games on here. Also, one big thing I want to mention, and was they mentioned to me, when we did the interview, we kind of talked about how about a husbando version of it. Apparently, we're not the only ones that suggested it, and he is actively working on doing a Get Your Tentacles Off My Husbando as well. So, yeah.
It's fun when we can contribute to the community a bit.
We might have contributed to something. Price? I have no idea. At the moment, there is no price, no demo. They just have the early access splash page here to indicate that this is happening, but there's nothing else to indicate what the cost or anything else will be. So I wish
they have the wish list function, so whenever it does have a price, you can look at it.
So it is one I will give more info as soon as I can, but yeah, we just basically have the fact that it has been added, which is still pretty cool.
Bringing joy to the Brony community, one shout out at a time.
And didn't cost us a dime.
And a few waifus here and there. So, speaking of which, who wants a blast from the past in a way that you would never expect?
Shoot me. I know what I said.
No.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Thank you.
No. Okay, moving on. Different. So, a line of keychain figures called Tsunamis for Generation 4 has started to appear at Hot Topic of all places.
No, not the holy grounds. They were destroyed.
That's right. We've come full circle. We're no longer the hot trend of Hot Topic. We're the retro trend of Hot Topic.
No.
That's not a bad thing.
Isn't it most things retro on the internet by now?
It pretty much goes that way, yeah. But I mean, look at these.
I'm
Oh my
not surprised
God.
They even did photo finish.
They got, yeah, they got
Rubber Ducky, you're
photo
the
finish,
one.
Celestia.
Rubber Ducky, I'm having
They have
fun.
bacon hair.
Bacon.
That's all you need. Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait. Go back to that start. Go back to that sense of humor. So that's bacon hair floating in her own grease.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's better than the alternative.
At least it's better. At least it's not a jar shape. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think they were smart enough not to.
They
do
burned
that.
bath water.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a bunch of these little keychain figures, all up and down through Hot Topic apparently. I might see if I can try to get one or two myself, especially if they have Twiley in there, because I can.
They
Free
definitely
them.
do. You know.
Let them out of that hell.
Well, let's see. Who do we have in here that is actually a surprising thing to find?
I am surprised that Tempest is there.
Yeah, Tempest Shadow, definitely. There's
Actually,
Twilight.
the Tempest looks hilarious because her eyes are huge.
Jeez,
Open.
No,
Oh my
second.
god!
No, you guys are missing the obvious
All
joke.
the drugs.
No, you're obviously missing
No,
the
I
joke.
know this. Go second.
Open up your eyes.
Thank you. I was going to
See
say.
the world. Yeah.
I'm all surprised we have like season 1 Luna.
I'm not entirely surprised considering Photo Finish is also in here.
Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised that Photo Finish is there, but she's appeared in a couple of episodes.
Wait a minute, something's wrong.
Oh, Sassy Saddles.
Oh, well, that's cool. But no, that's not the wrong thing.
Hold on.
I
Scroll
think-
over to the other side.
Oh, there.
Like,
Never mind. Okay, there's nothing wrong. I'm just an idiot.
Okay.
No, wait, no, something
Okay.
is wrong. Something's still wrong.
Okay, what?
Who are we missing?
There's Applejack. She's hand 4. Fluttershy,
Fluttershy.
Twilight, Rainbow Dash, Pinky,
rarely.
Rarity.
Wait, that's
Uh,
Fluttershy?
wait.
Princess Twilight? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? I stand corrected. I didn't know about that. I didn't think that was
Oh, I will
Fluttershy.
say this. Spike is one of the few males in this entire thing.
Wow,
Hey, we
Phil-
got Hitch.
You got Hitch, apparently. That's Some
He's a
people
big
might try to
Hitch.
smash open these things and see if there's actual liquid. You know what? They're welcome to it. I don't know why they would, but they can. Anyway, yep.
Probably. The way they mostly do it is there's 2 different liquids. But
Yep.
anyways.
It's definitely oil and water. That's pretty much how they do these things. Or like soap and water or something. It's a heavy liquid, essentially. Easy peasy
Heavy
stuff.
liquid, light liquid.
Yeah, it's been done since the 80s. Anyway, so yeah, they're out there in Hot Topic, so now we have a reason to go to Hot Topic and ask for Pony again. After all these
Yay.
years. Oh, it might
No,
be
I'm not
Flash.
doing the 10,000 years joke. That's too mean.
Alright, next. We're gonna have to put up a spoiler tag because we don't know. So, spoilers! So, a Element of Harmony activity book has come out. They're starting to promote it. Anyway, the marketing, of course, showing off this giant activity pad, lots of stickers. And it may actually show what Misty's cutie mark is supposed to be, as well as her element.
Hmm.
In other words,
You
it
gotta
may
skip-
actually contain Misty spoilers.
I think I saw it, but we are.
Yeah, I'm not going to rewind for obvious reasons. But yes, the thing is that it's a massive may, because we don't know if they're actually using the real right things or what.
pre designed assets they used a while ago when making the show, like concept art and all that.
Yeah. There's so many questions. That's why we're putting up spoiler tags just in case nobody want to avoid it at all costs. But it is also still a fun little book, especially if you just want a bunch of stickers for no reason other than randomness. Spoilers over. Let's move on to the news. Next, the Bonds of Justice have released their 4th side story, Not Far from the Tree. This, of course, is dealing with the current storyline of, basically Ace Attorney Elements of Justice. little side stories that add a little bit more content and information about what is going on outside of the actual courtroom case. So you could get a little bit more information, especially if you're really getting into the story of what's happening. And if you haven't yet, you're like me, and we both realize that we're going to have an entire day's worth of videos at this point. The nightmare.
We need to actually start doing this at conventions we go to.
Nightmare. Anyway, moving on. Check it out. So, who's ready? Okay, here, let's have some fun. I gotta admit, this is probably the most dynamic. I actually think she looks really good in this. I don't know why. Opaline actually
she really does, except for the color palettes.
The color palette still sucks, but she at least looks like she doesn't look like some sort of weird generic angry villain. She looks like something.
She actually looks like she has style, but the moon is helping it with the hair.
It does help a little bit. So, yes, of course, this is advertising what's soon to come on Netflix with Tell Your Tale. And here's the funny thing. They have released the set that is coming up for March 27th with 20 episodes.
Wow.
Now, yes.
They're really ramping up.
Now, here's the fun thing. They have 20 episodes listed. However, you also have to remember that YouTube Tell Your Tale currently is in the upper 40s.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, I'm not I want to air caution.
Just like the MLP fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, ow. Wait a minute. Ow.
Sucker.
Anyway, so
everyone gets one.
Just as a reminder, we don't know if these Tell Your Tales are the same as on YouTube. However, chances are extremely high that they are, and this is just in order to get all of the G5 My Little Pony in one place, which honestly does kind of make a little bit of sense. But you can still watch them on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, Opaline actually looks pretty good in this, which is amazing. Especially when you consider they still have this one. The image that launched 1,000 what the hells. Oh look, you can even see her just standing on her own there.
Get all the drama.
Get all that drama.
I'm more inspired by what is that thing around Misty's neck? Because it looks like an
Watch
eye.
it. Watch Tell Your Tale. If you don't know, watch Tell Your Tale because I'm not explaining it.
Clearly the thing from Equestria Girls where he exhort magic. I've never watched a single episode of this yet, so
You're definitely doing better than most. But yeah, a lot of fun little images. Oh my god, it's like he's staring into my soul.
I still find
we
it
need to remove the
adorable, and
little
you will
shines
not
in the
stop
eye.
me from it.
Coco Melon, good dragon, go away.
Coco Dragon. I don't. What the hell? So, yeah.
You know there are so many people that will enjoy just these images.
Actually, I really am. I really am surprised and enjoying the fact that this.
his hair.
Just
Look at his actual thing, though. They drew it so they could match it.
I'm just amazed they clipped her out, but they kept his hair.
Well,
And then the frame underneath
No,
it.
I
no.
got Hitch's
Second,
hair for
second.
my idol.
Second, they
idol,
did the honest thing of they drew the hitch, then they took a part of his hair, put it into that, and then laid it back on top.
Considering this is supposed to be like the solo images, though, it's just funny that she has this tuft of hair from a magic portal to nowhere, just sitting there. Pip is apparently
Or has Pip got a little bit chunkier over the time?
She chunky. She big.
They probably
She's round.
She's
She chunky.
getting addicted to that fast food at Maritime Bay.
They probably leaned into the smallness like everybody's been running with. I mean,
yeah.
like you
Like,
got Bumble.
First off, she was small, but she didn't look overly chunky. Now she got a bit of roundness to her. I kind of like it, honestly.
I have no complaints with it. I think it's fun.
He liked them chunky. He liked them thick. He like
Like
them
them
booty.
plumpy. No, plumpy.
Okay.
The smoothies have rounded her. Okay. And-
smoothies do have a
Right.
lot of
Yeah.
sugar.
Not. Anyway, so yep. Tell you.
The advertising lied to me.
So here's another fun thing. Main Merge, the game I will never be able to play because I have no Apple device and I have no desire to buy one just for this, has gotten an update. Of course, the Dragon Drama update. I can read all of the details here, but essentially what update means is the other thing of Main Merge that I really want to do something with on our Discord at some point. The stickers. Fun little sticker images that you can get in the game by accomplishing little tasks.
Nice. Now, if you will excuse me, I will use the soup.
What?
I understand why some companies go for like exclusivity and stuff like that,
The soup.
but at the same time, it's killing the company too. It's weird.
I'm pretty sure Apple might have paid up the nose to have this be exclusive.
It's,
What?
It does surprise me.
It's easier to make and whatnot, but at the same time, there's also like, but think about the other customers you could have from everywhere else too.
I know, but I'm just gonna grin and bear it because either somebody's gonna hack it in a way that I can just play it without an Apple device, or it's
Play
gonna
it on your computer.
or it'll end up coming out for other things at some point, and I just need to be patient. Though I don't think I'm gonna deal with Disco Coco Dragon there. Saturday Night Dragon Fever.
I got dragon fever. I'm going insane. I got
Okay.
dragon fever.
It
But-
has rotted your brain.
But I do like the
I'm
images
just
here.
so happy.
Why is he happy? He is his cotton Thor is like, this is finally happening. I can finally die.
I've been alive since the calamity.
No, you don't understand.
Rainbow
He
Dash, I'm
ticklish
coming.
on his underbelly.
No, it's worse. Rainbow Dash, I'm finally coming home.
Jesus Circuit.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, CMC, for the soup.
Thank you. Yeah, okay, the stickers are fun though. So, yeah, if you want to, get a bunch of images of them if you want, put them on your Discord server. That'd be fun. I'd like that. Who made the Muffa Treasure Island reference? I have no idea. Instead,
That would have been DM.
let's
It
talk
normally
about.
wouldn't be me, but
Speaking of Tell Your Tale on Netflix, here's the latest in Tell Your Tale for YouTube. Where, of course, tons of smoothies. That's
you
right.
weren't lying.
This one, Sunny Star Scout, is trying to get people to expand their taste because everybody orders the same exact thing every single time. Instead of trying out different new things.
Order the same thing.
Because they like what's familiar and they're afraid to try different things, and it's pissing her off. So of course they cause chaos and almost destroy the town, trying to get them to taste something different.
What also pisses people off, like you try to push a flavor you know you don't like or you think you don't like, and waste your money on it for nothing.
Oh,
That's fair enough.
There's a difference between trying to push a flavor and be like, why do you get this every time? Oh, because it's what I'm familiar with. What else do you like?
I'm gonna just leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone for the marketers at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to see shenanigans, you have a new episode to check it out in. And the good news is it washes away that horrible taste of the previous episode, and we will not talk about that any further. Let's instead talk about ponies celebrating International Women's Day.
Yay!
Yeah, this is gonna happen. Of course, it's gonna happen. Why not?
Oh, most of our cast are female.
Yep. So of course they brought out ponies to celebrate International Women's Day, including talking about some women in game creation. Looks like mostly with Main Merge, of course, but still, that's a pretty nice shout out, especially if you want to see some of the people behind Main Merge, which I will never be able to play because it's on Apple devices, and I am not spending that kind of money. But you know, it's cool. It's really awesome. I like that. That is really nice. Moving on to the last little bit of news, and this one is a doozy, especially if you have a collection that is. Sorry, I just realized something. But anyway, so Equestria Daily is doing their pony collection event of 2023. I may have announced this last week, but I'll go ahead and announce it this week as well, just to be on the safe side. But yes, they are collecting images, pictures, and of people's pony collections for the year. All of the wonderful pony stuff that you have collected over time. They want to get a picture collage, however you can display it, show it off. They're asking you to do it. And of course, they're doing it with the requested submission deadline of, funny enough, April the 1st.
Joe, go home. Don't even try it.
So, yes, I'm debating nothing. I'm probably going to try to do what I can to get a picture of my pony collection. But yeah, I'm not kidding when I say that, wow, my pony collection is all over the place. So it'll be really interesting to try. But I am going to give it an honest to goodness best shot. So, pray for Mojo. But yeah, if you want to try to get your collection out as well, there is your opportunity to show and tell. Hey, I rhymed.
Yeah.
Hi, Judd. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and go on to the next little bit of news here while we still can, while we have a can. And of course, we're going with the challenge of the week.
The fuck? I'm
still
inside. How am I
working
getting
on mine,
airstrike?
intending to a comic.
The challenge of the week. So, the Brony Show challenge of the week this week was Circuit Main's girlfriend Zorark.
Ooh, look what the Dragon Pony Zorark drew in.
You know, this is not the first time
Hello.
we've had Pokemon and ponies, because I kind of made Cece fall in love with the Gudra and have a kid.
But we also had the Protest Initiative challenge.
Spinning wheel.
Spinning wheel.
It's a wheel. It spins.
That spins.
Actually, to be specific, it was the spinning wheel that I discovered at Picker Wheel. The Picker Wheel.
Yep.
That I gotta try to remember the name of, because it's how we're trying to do the randomizers now, because it makes it so much easier to randomly pull and make it fun at the same time. So, yes. So, Circuit Main's girlfriend Zorark and Spinning Wheel. Now, I did what I could do in regards to this, because unfortunately time is, again, not on my side, as well as my schedule being completely blown out all over the place. So I ended up creating this. Of course, I forgot to put kind of some sort of straps or something keeping him there, but Circuit is obviously tied up and held in place while the apparent girlfriend Zorark is spinning a wheel with many different things that can happen to Circuit.
Since mine probably won't be shown, mine's basically like, yeah, you went drinking at a bar one time, they had a fun pick a wheel, just be like, okay, silly things, and it said soulmate, you were drunk enough to be like, eh.
So,
and after several hours of drinks and spins, you end up with a Zorark. It's three in variety.
So let's read these all. All right. Licking, imagination, teasing, kissing, nibbles, rubbing, touching, tickling. That's the weirdest boppet I've ever heard.
I'm
wondering where, because this is a ghost type, where is possession?
Also, Circuit, you
That's a
vanilla
ghost
fuck.
type?
Circuit,
Yes.
you vanilla fuck.
I'm trying to keep this PG-13. What are you? Anyway, for those wanting references, this is Zorark.
Hisuian Zoroark. to
The
be more
Hisuian
specific.
Zoroark, because apparently there are variations, and I didn't realize it. I could have gone with the one that looks a little more debonair, but the reason I especially went with this is because this is the image that coined the whole thing. Oh,
It jump scared him in Pokemon.
It's jump scare me in Pokemon during the last Pokemon Let's Play that we did.
Well, that you did.
We did at the moment, because nobody else has done it on the stream yet.
Yo.
I stand
I was also
corrected.
streaming.
All right, that I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Circuit, if you
Yeah.
were thinking a little bit more freaky, you could still be within PG-13. Have you seen what they've gotten away with in cartoons?
Yes and no. I've seen enough documentaries about totally awesome spies that I get the idea. I barely even know how to draw a Pokemon. I just didn't want to push it any further than that.
Fair.
Oh my god! For the love, we're really guys.
Yep, that sounds about right. Yep.
We're cursing the
Leslie
brains,
Gara,
aren't we?
I found it through him.
I'm sure you did.
I learned it by watching you.
So at the moment, I've had a lot of people stating that they are trying to make things, but unfortunately, we haven't gotten any other entries at this time. But it's okay. I think this is enough for me. I don't think I could take much more at the moment. So that at the moment, though, that is what we have for entries for right now, because we'll probably have more than a few catch-up ones next week. But for now, we need to figure out what to do for this week's challenge of the week. So, everybody, it's that time once again, as you all know, for us to randomly put everybody's one entry in here and see what comes out with the picker wheel. Non-conventional gravity.
Indoor airstrike.
Indoor air.
What?
I was literally I was running around a map in Destiny, and part of this like event on the map is that like at one point it'll start doing these airstrikes. But I was inside a building and I was getting targeted by airstrikes.
That's funny. So indoor airstrikes, non-conventional gravity, Suki's fun room, pony combat, pineapple.
I mean, Suki's Fun Room and pineapple could be the same thing.
Flop.
Flop.
Everybody do that flop.
All right.
No.
Nice picture of sunset shimmer. Wow, that's like okay.
Ooh, that is a thing.
It is absolutely a thing.
And that's not in quotation, so it must be nice. Not nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
actually put effort and make it a sweet picture of sunset shimmer. All right, and with that, we got all of our entries in.
Let's begin.
I absolutely love this picker wheel. Oh,
Awesome.
Judd wins. Nice
Ooh.
picture of sunset shimmer.
Nice.
Congratulations, Judd. Your nice picture of sunset shimmer has won. Bacon hair is on the menu. But remember, you have to make it a nice picture of sunset shimmer. But if you don't want to do that, or you want to do more than just that, we also have the protest initiative challenge.
The Protest Initiative Challenge this week is, oops, it's a rerun.
So any from the past, ooh.
Yes. So have fun, redraw, or whatever. Oops, it's a rerun.
Oh,
Oops, it's a rerun.
you a clever honest man.
Have fun.
Oh yeah. So
It's
nice
like
pic.
you now realize you can redraw something that you're like, I wish I could have done it better.
I don't object to the selection, but you missed my suggestion. Really? Did I miss you, Kip Bigley? Overheating. Oh my god, I did miss you. You know what? I'm so sorry, Vaguely. That actually is terrible.
Okay, nice picture of overheating sunset.
No, we're gonna do. All right.
No.
Yes.
Maybe.
All right. I'm trying
Okay, so to make up for it, we're also gonna do a second, if you feel like it, selection, with overheating in here now as an apology. Suki's fun room. Oh my god.
Yes!
Suki's fun room. So
a nice picture of sunset shimmer. It can
In
be
my
in
fun
Suki's
room.
fun
Nice.
room.
yeah, I know. I see the dots. I see so many dots.
Yeah, I'm just leaving it as a nice picture of sunset on the site, and yeah.
Oh, you can go easy. Just put a lot of Destiny merch around.
Well, you don't exactly have to go that far. Fun room could actually mean something completely different.
Yeah,
Could be just a room.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just dealing with a joke, but still. Yeah.
I was gonna say like you could make it a no. I'm not gonna make that joke. I know I'm trying to say it innocently, but I know it will not come out that way, so I can't.
By the way, do you have this thing bookmarked?
No, but I really should. But for now, and in the moment, we still got to get on to one other thing. And now that everybody is here, it's time to go to the thing we should have done last month. Literally a month ago. We're catching up because we're at episode 44. And we're at Secret Admirer.
Right, that doesn't work anymore. I should remove that.
So, is everybody ready to talk about the Tell Your Tell episode, Secret Admirer? Actually, it's just Secret Admirer. I stand correct. Not Okay.
Second, we do not need the bo.
Yes, we do. But yes. So who's ready to talk about Izzy?
I'll switch over to my phone since I'll be busy elsewhere, so I'll just listen in for the rest of it.
Roger.
All right.
Ah, that is a nice picture, actually. All right. Sorry. That's for next week, of course. All right. So this, of course, this is dealing with Izzy trying to ship all of Maritime Bay because of a holiday.
Sweetie Boobaloo would be happy.
Oh, everybody would be happy. So, who's ready to start talking about the super shipping episode that sent 1,000 ships sailing, whether we liked it or not?
I just realized I haven't fully watched this one either. Damn it!
How did you not? Okay. Well, while he goes ahead and fully watches it, let's go ahead and talk about it.
Well, remember a second, he probably was spending time with Feather.
Shh. Why don't we just go ahead and talk about the episode instead?
Oh, the googly eyes.
Alright. Of course, yes, the episode starts off with Izzy dreaming wonderful shipping dreams because she's not just a creative, she is also a shipper. And unfortunately, as it happens anytime you ship, eventually the craving kicks in, where you absolutely, positively must make sure everybody's in a relationship, whether they like it or not.
So is this where we do the iconic pop parody of I Ship It?
No, but this is where we see the most aggressive shipping look you will ever see in your lives.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty aggressive shipping fangirls.
So, of course, as Izzy wakes up and realizes she is ready to ship the world, she wakes up to see Zip is slowly growing a plant. And immediately she can already see her first victim.
Why do I hear the Jaws theme playing in the background?
Well, unfortunately, it should be a Jaws theme mixed with porn music because...
Do you really want to go that route?
I would love to hear the Jaws theme mixed like a porno. That would be stupid hilarious. So,
don't ask for things the internet probably has.
Yeah, no.
Do you want me? Because I will.
Don't.
So Izzy, of course, is like, Zip, do you know what time it is? It's time for us to make relationships out of everything, including ourselves. Now that there's a picture of it, we can post it on the internet, and we will be on the couple automatically, no matter what anybody says. You can even deny it now, but nobody will believe you.
I'm sorry, but this isn't on the internet. That's not that's not a digital device. That's gonna make a Polaroid.
Unfortunately, this is not the early 2000s. Hey, yeah.
Of course, the immediate thing that Zip is thinking, which, well, Izzy decides, oh, you're growing a plant. Is it a great and wonderful plant that can sprout chocolate? Yeah, she's officially lost her mind.
Second, why are you surprised by this?
Nah. Of course, Zip goes, no, it eats children.
Hold on, can we go back to that?
Which one? The chocolate plant?
The
Izzy, you want to do it? You want to do it with me tonight?
Yeah, that light little tapping of the hooves is just moving across.
It is really nice.
I want to cut that out as its own little thing and see if it can loop.
You could probably loop it back and forth, yeah.
Well, no, I just want the light tapping as she's crawling across the table kind of thing.
Of course, Zip is like, nope, I'm making a Venus flytrap. All the bugs run screaming from the room shortly afterwards. Literally, it's actually the most hilarious thing. You hear the bug screaming and it runs away.
Ah, magic. It gave insects the ability to scream.
Apparently you have never had the hissing cockroach.
Actually, it's really funny because they can hear the bug screaming. So anyway,
I thought only Earth ponies would be able to hear insects and animals scream.
Yeah, but when something is threatening your very livelihood, I guess you could break a few barriers. So anyway, Izzy is just like, oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad that you're committing insect genocide with a plan, but instead, okay, Seymour, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and spread love. Just please don't feed it blood. We've all seen that movie. We know how it ends. We've also seen the director's cut. We also know how that ends.
Feed me.
Seriously, don't watch the director's cut. You will not sleep well.
The plants take over Manhattan.
Would you be quiet?
What do you mean? The director's cut is awesome.
Thank you.
Of course, Izzy is ready to go out and make everybody happy with shipping, whether they like it or not. So,
she's got an adorable outfit with a lovely choker.
Yep, and the bounces too. So off Izzy goes to shipping everybody and everything. In fact, here's another tippity tap you can enjoy.
It's so precious.
Careful, we might lose CMC to the tippity tap of the hooves.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Look at this preciousness.
We're just about to.
Very precious.
We're just about to start see the insanity going.
Such a beam. Look at that.
So, of course, Izzy's thoughts are so full of love and shipping that she's already just seen couples and hearts everywhere. I'm pretty sure that it had something to do with something she ate. Or at least that's what her imagination was thinking. Because the moment that she decided to go to actually look out on the main street, it looks like a typical Monday. Seriously, does anybody else feel like Valentine's has kind of devolved into this at this point?
Unless you're in a relationship, yes.
I mean, even with a relationship.
No.
Thank you, Cole.
Maybe it's me.
Oh.
You're jaded, man.
That's the drummer in the background, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Such floofy hair.
I don't know. I might be jaded, but I'm not as jaded as a guy who walked up to a Hards banner, immediately rips it down, and then starts to stomp on it.
He needs his coffee. Can't you see his cutie mark?
Yep.
So of course Izzy has experienced though that I don't know what the.
Hold on, someone's having music come through.
But anyway, Izzy is experiencing the one thing that a lot of tourists experience: the complete crashing of expectations when they realize that culture is not what they think it is. I can't remember what it's called, but a lot of Japanese people apparently got affected by it when they visited France.
I can look it up in a moment here. Continue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the little gif in the corner is
Japanese culture is a lot like too. Anime versus real life.
You say that, but Japan was actually pretty awesome.
Oh no, Japan has its awesome moments. Just don't expect giant robots and magical girls everywhere.
No, but you know what you should expect?
What's
Cat
that?
girls.
Really cool architecture that is modern but also small and cute, which is weird but also awesome, and high-speed trains.
Also,
Okay,
looking into it, it's called Paris Syndrome.
There you go. Paris Syndrome. Yeah, it was actually a thing. It's amazing. Anyway, getting off of Paris Syndrome and getting into another real syndrome here. Izzy makes it her one hoof. How in the world did that happen? Makes it her one hoof mission to try and make everybody celebrate Valentine's, whether they like hearts and hooves, stay whether they like it or not. And shoving cards everywhere. And by that, I mean literally everywhere, to where it's even almost gotten snuffed up by Posey. I mean, seriously, look. Yeah. Of course, what happens when...
No, wait, Posey, shipping, yes! I zoned out for a moment.
Unfortunately, Posey doesn't share your shipping enthusiasm.
Cole can dream and write fan fiction.
So Cole, how's the fan fiction coming?
Hey, sir.
Dreams.
Moving on. So, getting back... Yeah.
Ooh, more. Yes.
Yes, much more. So, of course, Izzy's starting to get desperate. So she goes over to the next pony that literally flies by. So, hey, you want to be shipped? Please. I need love.
What's love got to do?
Unfortunately, she had to literally put the brakes on that thought. And Hitch, of course, gets the pineapple.
He can see into SpongeBob's house.
Good.
Okay, now why in the world am I seeing subtitle? Oh, that's interesting. So, Izzy starts to think in random subtitles in another language as she realizes, you know what? I know what I need to do. I need to put this into overdrive because that's exactly what this needs. So, she starts off by literally shoving boxes and letters everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean she is flying. The cards go flying, and everyone's everything.
My soup.
She decides, I'm going to make Posey happy whether she likes it or not, and gives her a bouquet of roses.
Okay, seems like a weird flex.
Shipping.
It actually worked for half a second. Until Posey realized it was her roses.
Still counting it as shipping. Also, look at that face. That is such a precious, angry face.
And of course, this gets to the point of wild insanity where Izzy starts to see random ponies on the bench and immediately tries to ship them.
Good.
People thought we got rid of the love poisons back in Gen 4.
To the point she literally breaks the bench just so that they would actually slide closer together.
Good. Look at them. They're perfect. So precious. I ship.
Cole, I know you ship.
So yeah, she does it to an old lady couple too, and even a bunch of kids.
Okay, that
Which-
might cause some issues.
Well, apparently it does because Hitch is starting to
Call
get...
the sheriff. Izzy's trying to pick up kids again.
And
No.
of course, Izzy's insanity even goes off to the
Not
animal
for that,
kingdom,
just to
where
take them
she's
to her
You already made the
private
joke.
party.
Moving on.
where she takes animals from the trash, puts them together with a chocolate cake, and starts to try to play "It's a Beautiful Night,"
Hold up.
and it goes about as expected.
Can raccoons eat chocolate?
Can rabbits eat chocolate? I don't think they are supposed to.
They are magical though, so that might be an exception. But go ahead.
It says here, raccoons love eating chocolate, and anything treat with sugar in them, but chocolate can be toxic to them.
Chocolate is not good for most pets.
Well, it,
Yes.
can,
Most animals.
it can be though, so maybe a little bit wouldn't hurt.
Well,
It says here their
You really
digestive
shouldn't
system.
do any chocolate at all with things.
Uh,
It says their digestive systems are not designed to break down cocoa, and they can experience side effects such as vomiting, diarrhea, and excessive urination.
And
So, in other
so-
words, the raccoon was just looking out for his better well-being. Good for him.
Yep.
In other words, don't feed pets or wild animals at the zoos with cocoa beans or chocolate processed
Oh,
chocolate.
Anyway,
we
Anyway, getting back on track here.
Yep.
Izzy continues on, trying to ship random couples, literally with a giant arch. I mean, wow, the fear in these guys' face.
I appreciate the fact that she is going for any two ponies, and also is a supporter of gay relationships. Hella based.
Of course,
Pony
when they,
rights, y'all.
These
when-
are just
oh,
two
yeah.
businessmen out on a work thing.
yeah, of course, one of them tries to get away and gets tied up with balloons. At which point, I realize he has the most amazing cutie mark, and nobody has pointed this out.
He's a game dev.
Yep. He has a controller.
Here's the controls a cutie mark. Why have we not latched on to this?
So he's a gamer.
Mhm. Hey.
I
Yes, this guy, the whole thing is we humans are weird. Also, other things eat cocoa, just not processed cocoa.
Anyway, getting back on track here, of course, she of course tries to also get the other guy to celebrate, and ends up causing the smoothie to explode. Pisses off another person with a Valentine, and unfortunately, this ends up breaking her spirit. That's right, Izzy can be broken. Of course, the funny part is, even though she's broken, she missed a very important thing. But she was able to give Misty a wonderful little Valentine's gift. I mean, look at that.
Aww.
Okay, is he Misty shipping? I can support this.
Cole and Hominy comment there was an Izzy and then a Misty panel right after each other.
Nice.
Aww.
Of course, she does end up giving up, tossing away all of her little Valentines. And as she's walking away, of course, she doesn't even get that mercy because the raccoon is screaming at her. I mean, wow, gee, I actually do feel bad for Izzy at this point.
Raccoon was expecting some good garbage, not cardboard. Actually,
So-
that's paper. Never mind.
So, of course, Zip goes up. Izzy, why are you so upset? Just like, well, apparently there's no love in the world anymore. Everybody sucks. I guess I should have just accepted that. Nobody wants to be shipped
What
anymore.
is love, baby? Don't hurt me no more.
And, of course, it doesn't help that somebody is literally screaming in fear that a balloon is tied to their hoof.
Oh God.
And, of course, Zip can't help but realize, wow, yeah, people do kind of suck, don't they?
Izzy made they all float down here on reality.
So Zip finally says, "You know what? I get it. Izzy. You obviously need someone to fill ship to because you want to feel like you're whole in a relationship, even though your life is totally meaningless. So guess what? You can have me as a relationship. And here, I even have a plant." Which almost immediately eats a Pegasus snail.
Yes. Which is great because we know they're sentient.
Oh, yeah, that's even better. Great.
Which means congratulations. Now to add congratulations. Congratulations. Now to add to the list of weird fetishes that G5 has touched upon, Vor.
Yep. Well, let's have a little more fun with it.
Did one of the writers of Totally Spies touch this episode?
Nope. I have to bring up the slide again.
Nope, but getting back...
I think it's just that we're having animal rights failures going on.
Yep.
We're showing an animal dying.
So, of course, Izzy is just like, I accept your forced love because I'm feeling massively depressed. And they say that in Ponyville that day, Izzy's heart caused the plant to grow 2 heads. Yeah, even Zip doesn't quite know how to process that one.
Feed me, Zip. Feed me.
So, of course, they decide to walk home together in the sunset. And Izzy goes, "So, now that we're shipped together, can we do things like touching hooves?"
There you.
And, of course, Zip says, "Okay, fine, we can touch hooves." Of course, Izzy could never be happier now that she has touched hoof. People say that you need to go out and touch grass. It's not that you gotta touch grass, you gotta touch hoof. And let's also remind her, the plant actually did eat the Pegasus snail, it just is indigestible. And that is it! So, Izzy tries to ship everybody and everything and ends up causing a mess. However, it also causes for quite a lot of fan art.
Of course it does. It's the fandom.
Yep. A surprising amount, in fact, but hey, I'm not complaining. So,
the moral of the story is people can be jerks, but don't let them ruin your holiday.
Yeah, have your own fun. Have your own fun. But at the same time, try not to go overboard when it comes to holidays. Some people just can't handle having things shoved in their face, literally and figuratively. You know, celebrate in your own way, be as crazy as you want, but when you are literally appearing in... You know, I'm going to check some... Sorry, I just had to be really, really careful about this, because I feel like I'm treading a line here, but I think, yeah.
Yeah, I accidentally caught that line earlier.
When you kind of go like that, when you kind of start doing this, it gets creepy.
Yep.
I was busy with something else, so I ended up crossing a line by accident earlier. So sorry about that.
No. So, anybody else have any other thoughts, feelings, comments, quotes, suggestions, and so on and so forth in regards to this shipping episode?
That image is adorable, and oh shoot, who's the artist who did it? I forgot. My brain. Marin, yes. Marin's art is freaking adorable. Go follow Marin. Do it.
You heard the coldest. Do it. He has the ear on all the cool kids.
I really don't, but thank you.
Trying to recall the actual dialogue going on near the end. Was Izzy trying to ship Zip with Rufus in one of those lines? I feel like Rufus came up at some point in all of this episode.
I think he might have, but I really don't know. And I was going to actually rewatch the episode yesterday, but time just got well away from me. So all I can remember is just that freaking piranha plant. That's just the one thing I can remember out of all of this. Well, that and the opal, the just that little sweet moment with Opaline and Misty.
Come on, let me keep the flowers at least.
I don't think we see the reaction. I think we just get the dropping of the lei of flowers and then walking away with this look on Opaline's face. We don't get Opaline trying to destroy them or scorn them in any way.
No, she just kind of gives a kind of rolls her eye. Yeah, in fact, you can see right here. She rolls her eyes and then just kind of gives the judgmental look.
So Misty might have been able to keep this lei of roses.
Yeah.
That would be nice if she did. She deserves a little love, especially considering her current mentor, quote unquote. Anywho, also the one thing about this episode that really made it really kind of interesting and amazing and reminder and all that, the OC contest that had somebody's OC become an official G5 character appeared in this episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, that's excellent.
Yep. Of course,
the condition was they couldn't use that OC anymore.
Yep. Unfortunately, because of this, they had to change their OC, which they happily did. I will add in there they happily changed their OC because
and they knew when they entered into the contest that was a possibility.
There was a possibility, and they actually had to agree to it before they used the character. So it wasn't like they stole it or anything. They understood the consequences of having it in the show, and they agreed. So yeah, just making sure that that gets out there. Of course, making sure that gets out there. It also has. Sorry, just double checking real fast because I don't want to put something up here that I'm going to end up regretting immediately, and somebody's going to have to edit. Okay. It did leave for a good chunk of fan art too.
It's a very cute character.
Yeah. Alright, and with that, that is it for the Tell Your Tale episode. We still have about 30 minutes or so I'd say that's a perfect amount of time to start trying to do a puzzle. So, well, really quick, let's make sure we get the one that people want more than the other. As I mentioned, we have two Lyrish images that I was able to procure for this. Of course, the first one we have is, this is one that was showed up on a few prints, t-shirts, things like that. Keep fun, silly. Hug me, I am Lyrish. Hear me, Lyrish. And we have this one that was used for also a couple of t-shirts, but also a comic cover.
Tabletops puzzle images are landscape things, so
well, we can take the
probably be better if you can rotate it.
I probably can when I put it in, really. So which one do you think we should do for the tabletop? Or do first for the tabletop if we end up going really quickly somehow? Any thoughts, suggestions, comments, quotes?
I have no preference.
Okay, that one with a lot of brown in the background might be an issue. I would go with the Hug Me, I'm Lyrish. Because that's at least a little bit easier, because you could mess up balloons.
Alright, so we got one for Hug Me, I'm Lyrish.
I like that one too.
Circuit question.
Yes.
This is for puzzle mode.
Yes.
In tabletop setting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Most. Now, I don't know if they've updated it since, but doesn't puzzle mode kind of force whatever image you put into it into a landscape?
That's what I was saying.
Oh, you were okay. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm dumb, and my ears hurt.
Squares will get squished into the rectangle.
It's entirely plausible. It's entirely plausible. I don't know. So I thought I'd just get the image we want to do first, and then go from there.
Go with the square at least.
All right then. We're gonna go with enough overwhelming. We're gonna
Are we
make
in a
it.
back alley somewhere?
We're gonna go with "Hug Me, I'm Irish."
That Irish.
This is a storage facility of some kind. Actually, no, never mind. Okay, no, that's just a like a metal fencing.
Okay, and don't worry, chat. I know it's not showing yet. I just wanted to make sure that the puzzle got loaded.
Yeah, we're under a building of some kind. We're like in a.
It could be in a wine cellar.
No.
I'm just gonna. Cars go through here.
Yeah. Some kind. I mean, I think that is specifically German on that sign. I'm not sure.
So probably in the beer storage area.
Tuskang, Schreihalten, emergency exit, keep clear. Yeah. That seems German to me.
Yeah, no, this is not a cellar, Toa. Because look, you can go out either side. This is underneath a building of some kind. We're in a city. It's underneath a building. That's. Yeah.
If you really want, I could see if I could change the background.
Probably.
I mean, we're just trying to figure out what this background is. That's all.
And I'm looking at the other door back behind me in circuit there in the Sprinker Raum Halle 11 thirds. Yeah, 11 over 3.
It's in English and in a different language at least, so it's not.
Yeah, that's either German, Netherlands, somewhere in that area.
Do I need to exit and rejoin to see the actual puzzle?
It's not loaded yet.
It may be taking a second to load, but is anybody else able to see it, or is it just me at the
Not
moment?
at the moment.
Have you actually punched it in right?
I might have punched it in wrong. Let me.
Because last I knew, it needed to pull something from the web.
Okay,
So if you've got it on your machine, it might not pull it right.
Well, let me try it a little bit differently then. Where are you?
Well, also, I was pleasantly surprised to see, Zeif's doing something on his own thing. That's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, other folks do other things.
Okay, that didn't work. Let's.
Yep. Unsupported format.
All right, hold on.
Yeah. So if you can find it on Derpy, or just toss the image up on Imgur.
Oh, there we go.
No, I just had to upload it to the cloud instead of doing it locally. That was my bad.
May we begin?
You may now begin.
Okay, standard affair.
Fear me, I'm Irish.
Let's see.
Yep,
Wow.
get the, I would say get the quarter pieces first.
Hang on.
Ooh, found the corner piece.
Huh.
Found this one.
I assume this is probably. Oh, you know what? I think it's actually perfectly right there.
Oh yeah, before I forget, I was getting the chat rooms over before that little happened. All right, and of course, chat rooms, we have you up, and if you want to ask or talk about anything, feel free to do so, and we will go ahead and reciprocate in kind. Meanwhile, I am actually really hoping to. I'm not gonna be doing the same thing I did last year, which I actually made corned beef. I actually did make a corned beef, but I'm probably not going to be able to do it this time around. Mostly just because I'm trying to tighten up on funds a little bit.
Yeah, kind of same here.
Which was really a shame because it was actually really delicious. I highly recommend trying it. Anybody else ever actually tried corned beef and didn't know what to think of it because he thought it was actually corned like corn on the cob kind of corn?
I actually thought that was that way as a child.
Yeah, I thought so too. I didn't realize corned was, and how it in the way it was seasoned. So
wait a minute.
Really dumb of me.
Oh, okay. This is in the wrong. Yeah, this one's in the wrong place. This is definitely the. Hang on.
I need a straight line here.
Okay, so that goes there.
I don't have any beer with me, so I'm just having a weak Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Oh, that goes there. Okay.
I am probably gonna try to get my hands on some Guinness though, because I would like to have it. Oh, and actually, there is another important holiday tomorrow.
Which is
Pie Day.
Easter.
Ah, Pie Day.
Oh, yes, that thing.
Okay, I'll put that there for the moment because it's hard to see on that yellow.
Sorry, I didn't hear you didn't hear that right. What holiday?
It's Pie Day. Pie Day.
Oh, right.
Pie Day.
Pie Day.
Yeah.
3/14.
3/14.
It's a math day.
There'll be pizza. There'll be pizza deals.
And also actual pie deals, but mostly pizza. Especially since Marie calendars is almost impossible to find nowadays.
What the actual? Wait, is this up here? Maybe.
I like corned beef hash. Oh, I have not tried corned beef hash yet, but I really want to try it now. Now that I know that corned beef is not what I thought corned beef was.
But it's actually the way it's cured.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dumb. It's really dumb. It's kind of like the way I thought that when something was pickled, that it was actually just had pickles in it or something like that. It's pickled. I like pickles, but I don't know why you would want pickled beets.
Yeah, I still find that funny. Yeah, I still find it funny how we just arbitrarily decided that a pickled cucumber was officially just a pickle, and then we call everything else a pickled something.
Yeah. Yeah, that is weird. I actually did hear that get brought up, and now I can't unthink it.
Well, here's the funny thing. Out of my family, I'm the only one that will eat a cucumber. My sister, who is a pickle fiend, is like, no, cucumbers are gross.
Well,
I actually had cucumbers in catered lunch today for work.
Ah, how were they?
Oh, they were actually cooked. It was part of a deal for working spring break at a college that's normally supposed to be closed.
I don't know why, I just found that funny. How were they? They were cooked. It's like, okay, that's a statement.
But they were good.
Okay, I think, yeah, this needs to be moved over one, and that goes there.
Oh.
I mean, there's lots of ways you can eat corned beef, Circuit. I've had them on the Reuben rye. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I did get a little bit of luck. I found a bunch of corned beef deli meat that I'm having for lunch for a few days. Just making corned beef sandwiches with Swiss cheese and guacamole sauce. Because I can't.
I often see these corned beef sandwiches on the Reubens, like at Arby's, where they put the sauerkraut and everything.
Well, because that's what a Reuben is. It's corned beef, sauerkraut, Swiss cheese. It's traditionally Russian dressing, but that's more of a New York thing. So, yeah, so outside of New York, most places will just do Thousand Island.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's on a Reuben, I don't mind the sauerkraut really.
Let's see.
I'm just not big on sauerkraut in general. Like, I've only had sauerkraut in one place that I've actually like really enjoyed it, and that was a German restaurant in Orlando.
Go ahead.
I actually had it at an actual German restaurant here where I live too.
I actually only tried.
On how it's prepared.
I've only tried sauerkraut once so far, though. I did try it in the best way possible. An actual German restaurant when I was going to Ponyville Cider Fest a few years back.
How was it for you?
It's accidentally broke something.
Somebody put this in the wrong place. Hang on. Okay, so you know what? I think I see where this.
I mean, the German restaurant here is unbelievably. It's kind of expensive though.
Oh no, it was expensive. And I thought it was okay. The funny thing is that one thing I remember from the German restaurant more than anything else was the coffee.
Oh yeah, Germans have good coffee.
That coffee was completely nuts to me. I never had anything like it, and it actually
I should have tried the. I should
it
have tried the
ruined
coffee,
me.
but do you know what I wanted? Oh, go ahead, CMC.
No, we're talking about puzzle stuff, so you good.
The
do
coffee
you know what I
ruined
went
me.
to the German restaurant for, Circuit?
What's
the
that?
sausages. That's what everybody likes.
Oh yeah. Well, Tech, remember, we are in the part of the United States where the Germans basically migrated.
You guys are in, yeah. But
No, in the Midwest. And I count Oklahoma at times to be a part of the Midwest because of how close it is.
Yeah. But
Germans settled. I mean, the fact that CMC up in Michigan can read German kind of tells you.
I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that your area, yes. In ours, that wasn't quite the case. I think we actually had more Mexican and Chinese people because of all the
railroad.
Sorry, I'm
work.
used to reading the Polish names. Ozarzik and Kowalczyk are such fun names. You don't know how they're spelled.
Those sound like fun names, though. They do. Absolutely like those.
And Kryjak?
Let's see. Hash is good. We usually prefer hash without egg on it. A little sulfur seasoning. Actually, the funny thing is, I've been making hash for breakfast for several months now. Just because I've been really wanting to learn how to make a proper hash, and I've just been practicing, and I've just kind of gotten used to it.
Isn't hash basically just potato and ground beef?
Not exactly. It could be a few different ways. The hash recipe I got was from Babish, which it's basically chopped up potato, green pepper and onions, and then an egg in the middle that is cooked till soft, but not fully cooked. But you still have some yolk in there, so you can kind of mix it around.
Basically, runny yolk, yeah.
Yeah, runny yolk. Which I had the hardest time doing because it's the runny yolk that caught me the most. I had to fight a lot of my programming, which if an egg wasn't fully cooked, it was going to get you sick. Which is
that's basically like what the U.S. government tried to really enforce for so long, and then basically people realized that no, you can be fine.
That actually does remind me. CMC, remember the pizza that I had at that restaurant with Mozzie? How it came with egg on it and it was runny?
It was an interesting thing.
Mm-hmm. And yes, for anyone asking, I did say, hey, you two try this because it was something new and I like to experiment.
Don't say that out loud.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because things like that. Because think about it this way, I think it wasn't until like the 60s or 70s in the U.S. that you could order a steak anything but well done.
And even nowadays, people consider well done steak sacrilege, which is true.
Well, no. I mean, like you couldn't get less than that because the FDA was basically.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Basically up in arms about it being, yeah.
Misunderstood. Oh, geez.
Yeah, I mean, because like it's like their regulations on like sanitary things sometimes it like doesn't make sense, especially when other cultures have been doing it for so long and have proven that it's fine. Like you can't get blood sausage in the U.S.
Yeah, that one I would probably have a little bit of a tough time eating that, but I would still be welcome to trying it.
Yeah, because I mean, because it's mainly because of the fact that like I watch too many British YouTubers now that I'm like that I've realized like I'd actually like to try black pudding.
Black pudding definitely is an interesting thing.
Close enough.
Speaking of which, I heard that sausages in Europe have less preservatives in them compared to the U.S.
Well, that's because.
Well, it made it.
Europe's very much still, not always, but a lot of it's still based on medieval stuff through
What?
history.
Well, the tradition is probably the word you want, but
Sure,
that's not
yeah.
exactly the case.
Tradition, yeah.
That's not entirely the
It's
case,
more
though.
so that the U.S. has a lot more of. We want to be able to put things on the shelf and it be able to
Yeah.
sit there for a while before it gets sold.
Or even get to the shelf, which could take a while because of just shipping cost. I mean, the
Well,
United
because
States
that's the
is
whole,
pretty
that
damn
that
big.
is kind of that's more of a thing. It's like the whole like shipping thing. Like I will say this one thing about a lot of like from what I've seen a lot more in like European cities, stuff like that. There's a lot more focus on on local, like a lot more focus on things being like right nearby. Like not it doesn't stay, like it doesn't need to be preserved because you're gonna get it pretty quick.
That's one reason why we can't get raw milk in the U.S., even though it would be great to have.
No, chaos. No, it's not about it being raw in the center. It's just that like there was standards like for a long time to where like basically if it had any color other than basically gray in the middle, it was not considered food safe. It's essentially what the FDA did at one point.
I heard somebody say something about raw milk, and I've been awoken like a sleeper agent.
Okay, go for
Okay.
it. I have nothing to add for raw milk, so go for it.
All right. So, as far as like milk pasteurization goes, yeah, that was the thing that was like, there is reason for it existing because before milk pasteurization, there was a lot of problems with just like people and especially children getting sick from getting a bad lot of milk because from udder or from cow's udder to like bottle, a lot of contamination could happen in that era, and honestly probably even still today, because if you know anything about farms and where cattle are not necessarily the most sanitary of places. So
They've gotten better.
Yeah.
So I would argue that there is still place for pasteurization, and if anything, we shouldn't be against pasteurization, but instead we should shift our focus from, if anything, the concept of milk homogenization, because milk homogenization and pasteurization are two completely separate things, and milk did not used to be
homogenized.
Yes. It wasn't actually a popular thing until after World War II. Prior to then, it was commonplace that, like, although homogenized milk was available, most people just kind of got it in its normal, non-homogenized state. So you would have to, when you pulled a glass of milk from the fridge, you would have to shake it up in order to get into a homogeneous liquid, and it would settle, like, like a dressing, if you will, with the layers of like the fat and whatever contents.
Yes,
Okay,
I do remember
the
buying
buttercream, milk, and whatnot. Got it.
I do remember buying less pasteurized milk at one time, although I don't think it's available anymore. I actually did have to shake the thing to get everything mixed back up.
And here's the thing: you can still buy milk that is pasteurized, but not homogenized, because those are two different parts of the process. Because even back in the era before World War II, milk was still being pasteurized. It just wasn't going through the homogenization process. So, I mean, as far as like, your milk quality, I would think, now I'm obviously not an expert on milk, but I've done more reading than most people have. I would think that like most of what people want in milk, that is like what people think of when it comes to raw milk, you could still get it pasteurized and still have it be about the same. Given I'm not a person who's raised on a dairy farm, and I'm sure that people who are raised on dairy farms would probably disagree with me, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Pasteurization good though.
Random crap too.
No, I read like extensively about this because of milk trains.
Yep.
Oh.
Remember, before anything else, Milk had to come on trains.
Well, here's the thing. I have a book that goes into detail on milk train operations, and the very beginning of it is just a history of the dairy industry in the United States.
Ooh.
It's very
thorough.
It's not something that I would have necessarily have read about, but it is fascinating. Also, fun fact, the most common cow in the United States is the Holstein, and that is not necessarily because it produces more milk than other cows or better milk than other cows, but just kind of because they're a good cow that can live pretty much in almost any conditions that America can throw at it in terms of geological factors. Like Holsteins can just kind of exist in all kinds of places. Holsteins are the classic cow that you think of when you think of cows, of being a white cow with black spots.
Well, I know there's specific other breeds as well, like Angus, although that's probably more for beef.
I'm speaking from the dairy perspective, but is Angus actually a cow type?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
it's
but any cow can be a dairy.
As far as like the most common cows in the dairy industry in the US goes, it's Holsteins, and then after that is Jerseys, and then there's some other ones that I forgot. Jerseys apparently produce less milk, but it's better quality milk in terms of it's like I think it was the butter contents or butter fats.
I know
or
one of the
can't
best
remember.
dairies that refuses to expand into our area, unfortunately. Mayfields. They are said to have the best milk and ice cream.
I see.
You know why? Because I've actually been there, been to Chattanooga dozens of times where they have Mayfields.
I still prefer.
It puts a lot of other. There's somebody put on a billboard. This milk is worth crying over spilled milk.
As far as ice cream goes, I ain't got nothing on Ben and Jerry's, but that's just speaking
fair.
from the Vermonter perspective.
Well,
Anyways,
there's a little bit more in that. Unfortunately, a lot of ice cream nowadays has gotten to frozen dairy dessert status. That's a whole nother fun kettle of fish if you ever really look into it. You really want to know what your real ice cream is? Look at the ice cream carton you're buying. If it says frozen dairy dessert on it anywhere, it's not ice cream. It can sound like it's an iced cream or an icy treat or a creamy treat, but it cannot officially call itself ice cream unless it has exact qualifications. So they're called frozen dairy dessert, even though they imply that they're ice cream.
I was not aware of that.
Oh no, it's quite amazing.
Oh legal. Yeah. If when you look into legal food and like legal classifications on food and stuff, there's some funny things. Like there's the famous thing where there's the thing out of Ireland where Subway's bread recipe for the U.S. makes it considered cake in Ireland.
Oh yes, because of all the sugar they had.
Yeah,
well, it's the amount of sugar.
Yeah,
that actually reminds me.
Yeah, you can't have sugar in bread in Ireland. It's just that there's a certain amount.
When it comes to American label laws for canned goods, when you are getting canned pumpkin puree under label laws, that can include and or completely consist of squash, because squash is considered a pumpkin under label laws. So if you've ever say gone to make a pumpkin pie with an actual pumpkin and you notice that doesn't really taste much like what you get in the pumpkin puree, that's why you'll probably end up closer with a squash puree.
Well, that's probably going to be the case with the cheaper pumpkin pie mixes.
I wouldn't know because we actually take our Halloween pumpkins and can them ourselves.
Nice.
Very nice.
What do you use them for later?
Pumpkin pie.
That generally get used for pumpkin pie. Sometimes we just take them straight fresh into the pumpkin pie.
I would like to
But
actually take.
They get canned and used for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I would love to taste an actual fresh pumpkin pie.
I would like to do more with a pumpkin than just pumpkin pie. You know, actually try like a pumpkin soup or things like that. Well, I mean, other than pumpkin cookies, those things are killer though. I love pumpkin cookies. Really good pumpkin cookies. It would makes my life.
Oh, I still remember that one Glove and Boots episode where Mario actually tried a slice of raw pumpkin.
By the way, have they done other stuff recently?
Yes and no. They are doing other things, but it's not under Glove and Boots anymore.
That's sad, but understandable.
Yeah. You know, kids' entertainment.
Yes, thank you very much, Topa.
It's insane all the wild YouTube videos there's labeled for kids, but yet they're not.
That's a whole nother kettle of fish.
That is a can of worms if people want to go into it.
I mean, it's a frustrating prospect, but at the same time, it's like there's no really good answer. I mean, yeah, the big problem is that there are unfortunately bad actors out there that will label their stuff as not for kids, make it explicitly for kids, and just still try to get money off of it. And unfortunately, because the government did have to crack down on YouTube because they decided, oh look, let's show off how many kids watch our content. Smart move. Anyway, so yeah, they have to.
They have YouTube Kids, but they're obviously not utilizing it as much as they should.
Yeah. Chaos Guy. In the U.S., it is illegal to sell raw meat raw red meat in restaurants. The government cannot come after you for doing it in your own home. Like, because you've basically purchased that food, and as long as you're not reselling it, like, you can do with it as you will in your home. Like, I've had beef tartare at a friend's place for, I think it was a New Year's party.
Well, you could also, following instructions, make your own blood sausage, but I understand the equipment is a little bit up there.
I think it's also the fact of it's good. You try getting your hand on beef or pork, just straight beef or pork blood easily in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's kind of easier if you just get a cut of meat fresh, but that's becoming difficult.
Not really. I mean,
you know what?
Actually, now I think about it, difficult.
Now I think about it, if you've got a local butcher, they might be willing to help you out with something like that.
Yeah. Good local butcher. That's a rare thing to find now, but it's still out there.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in areas that have a lot of hunting going on, because you gotta have butchers for that.
Yeah, technically in my freezer right now, because we rent our land out for hunting, I have some venison.
Well, no, that's not illegal.
No, I'm saying from that I could make it like a deer blood sausage if I were to squeeze all the juices out of it.
I don't know if that's technically blood at that point.
It's really hard to say. I'm not even sure how blood sausage is ultimately created, so I can't judge.
Like specifically black pudding is actually a lot of like oats and stuff like that in there.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I can't figure that one out.
Like a blood sausage is technically just like a lot of filler, really. Yeah.
A lot like haggis. But that's
it's actually funny. I found out the only reason haggis is illegal in the U.S. is because I guess there's some regulations saying that you can't use sheep lung.
Of course there is. Why not?
So if that specific organ is not in there, it's actually legal.
But is it really haggis without the sheep lung?
It's imitation haggis.
I mean, here's the thing: haggis is literally just assorted offal from the sheep, just put basically in the stomach. Essentially, is what it is. So, Like if you specifically so apparently according to U.S. law, if you specifically just make sure that there's no lung in it, you can probably sell it.
Yeah. Call it Haggis Light.
And also, looking into an actual recipe for blood sausages, there is blood powder that you can and purchase.
Blah. I'm on the diet stuff. Blah. Diet. Blood powder.
Oh, you know what I mean? Because
I'm sorry, just
people,
blood powder. Yeah.
people do make that stuff.
I don't doubt that they do. I just found it funny. That's all. Just.
Imagine the U.S. sending somebody to jail because, oh, I ate sheep's lung.
I mean,
And
the
not
US has
eating
sent
it.
people to jail for less.
Again, a lot of the regulations in the U.S. are sale, are like if you are a restaurant or a like grocer or stuff like that. Like so like technically in grocery stores in the U.S. you will not find sheep lung. Now, to American taste, generally you're not going to find a lot of offal sold.
Yeah.
Like that. So yeah.
Yeah, you can eat it till the cows come home for all they care, but you sell it, that's where they have a problem.
It's because, again, as the AHO is saying, liability.
Well, supposed liability. Sometimes it's also based off of bad science. Which is why I'm really surprised they didn't try to ban MSG after that crazy crackpot.
I mean, there was a movement for it. I mean, I think there are regulations on it. I think the FDA knows that it itself is not, because I mean, MSG is essentially like what, just super salt in a way.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What happened with MSG?
There was a whole thing. I think it was, what was it, the 90s?
70s,
that
actually.
people.
It happened to the 70s. It just never went away for the longest time.
Yeah, people freaked out about MSG, and it's been one of those things where, like, for most people, like growing up, you'll probably be told that you shouldn't have MSG, but really it's basically just like a super salt, is essentially what it is, and just like regular salt, it just depends on how much you have. So the FDA has never banned it. They've just basically said, okay, just don't go crazy with it.
Yeah, be reasonable, which, yeah, I get that. Too much of a good
Well,
thing is
all
never
things
good.
in moderation.
Yeah.
Well, also, people like to drag up stuff just because it's like, oh, this scared us once, we can use it to scare people again.
Well, I think it's more like they just remember, oh yeah, we're supposed to be afraid of this, and freak out.
Yeah. Well, Chaos, trans fats are slightly different because I think there is actually some solid science behind, not like, again, it's probably better to just cut out as much of that and go with, and like as far as fats go, with more of the, is it saturated or is it not unsaturated?
I believe it was saturated fats that you had to cut back on.
No. Okay, so it's unsaturated fats that are okay, like essentially like the ones that you get from like eating avocado and stuff like that.
Or chicken. Or fish.
I think they're it's unsaturated that you're fine, or is it?
It's a saturated fat you need to be
Unsaturated is
careful of.
fine because it's kinked, which means it can take some hydrogens from your system. Whereas the saturateds are full of hydrogens, which means they'll put hydrogens into your system.
Thank you, CMC. Your doctorate studies have been very useful.
I tried to pull it out. They
basic
keep pushing
science.
it back in.
Oh,
What?
remember,
A joke.
CMC, you have more scientific things on that than most of us do.
That's just inorganic. Or no, that's organic science.
Again.
Just let Toa be. It's gonna keep going in a circle.
It is a circle. Oh, because we somehow complete a loop at times.
It's a circle of lies.
It's a cube.
It's confused us
Circle
all.
of
I thought we were going for a dodecahedron.
Oh wow, I don't know how I got that, but I'll take it.
No, After rooming with CMC for a bit, yeah, I think we'll have the same chaos energy. We're just on different levels.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, light green letters up top.
Oh, right, there's an M there. Duh.
All I know is I'm going through and trying to direction everything so that it is up.
That is fair. That is very fair.
Alright, and I think I finally made a full loop, and that doesn't look
I
like
think I
it's
found a lot. I
messed with
found
my...
Oh, that was upside down. Okay.
So this is a rock, which means it goes over here, slops right in there.
Okay, and is this me?
This is a part of the light green letters.
Monosaturated are the best. Polyene trans fats are the... Yes. Actually, it's partially hydrogenated stuff that you've really got to be crazy out for.
Or trans fats.
Yeah. Well, I think the trans fat are the partially hydrogenated stuff. Same piece, different name.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
This is where I'm like, okay, does this go here? No. Does it go there? No.
Let me fix that for you.
Oof, the lettering makes this one hard.
That will help you find where it goes. Because I went through and angled them in the right ways already, and then I see you spinning it in your hand.
I apologize.
You're killing
Oh,
them.
are all of them the right ones? Right angle already, CMC?
I did a once-over and tried to do that, but...
Okay, that dark green goes down here. Oh, don't tell me it's... See on the Lyrish? Second?
What?
That looks like the tip of the R. Like...
Oh, sorry, I was assuming that he rotated this in the right direction.
I had rotated most of them, but then, yeah, people are still actively grabbing them. I'm doing another swing through.
Fair enough.
That one's rotated wrong. In
Okay,
red
well,
hand.
let me know when it's safe to grab pieces, and I'll start.
No, most of them are fine, but Toa, bring it back.
Bring it back. Moving it down.
Okay, now it's in the right position. And yes, everything should be in the right angle. This is a piece of rock, which means it's
Trying to find the one for
here.
pieces over here.
Oh, that's not right.
No, this is a piece of whatever that statue is.
Aha!
Okay, you got the S.
Maybe it's actually down here.
Part of the H?
Oh, there we are. Alright, at least the good news is that we're getting really, really close to the end here.
This one honestly went quicker than I thought.
That's a good thing.
Oh, there's more light letters down here. The I'm.
It's mostly just the I at this point.
I.
Ay.
So
Somehow,
whose line is it anyway? Irish drunk drinking song.
everything you guys just did hurt me.
Why?
This was wrong.
Yes. The references were all wrong.
Ah, I thought I got it right.
Yeah, that's what you.
Ah, there we
Why
go.
This H didn't.
Hey, I got your eye.
That over there for the moment.
I4.
That's not on bingo.
You suck my battleship. Ooh, got part of the H there.
Okay, this is going to be one of the lower letters. This looks like it ingests. Hold on. Yeah, it does.
Feels like it should be part of the foot here. Oh, there we are.
Ah, so that means that goes there. Sorry.
Creeping ever closer to the end of the puzzle. No, I think... No. No, that's not it.
You know, the real issue is how the background image is darker than the actual ones, and until you put it on top, it doesn't really match.
Oh, it can't make it 100% easy for you. All right. No, that's not right. Maybe over here? Yeah.
Last piece.
I think it's the wrong one.
Wait.
How did it rotate?
I don't know. Try again.
Yay!
Does it do a thing when we get it all right?
Yeah, it's supposed to like jump up, have the whole thing jump up and come back down a little bit.
So that means we got a piece wrong somewhere.
Something switched somewhere, and it's probably one of these colored pieces up here with the sky.
I was being very close.
Nope. Actually, look right here. Does this look like it's off a bit? Like these are. Never mind. No, that's just a texture thing.
I'm checking these over here. I thought I saw something a little bit off over here.
Because no, I thought these pieces weren't fitting together for some reason.
Oh,
wait, right here. Look at this. This one's off. This one's sticking out.
Yeah.
Or did somebody lift this?
I would say that's good.
Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that.
I'm looking at the.
I can.
Yeah,
The
that
only
one's
thing I
hard
can
to
think
tell.
of is
That one has no discerning. No, wait. It does have a discerning little mark. It's there because it has a little bit of that star.
it's honestly these colored ones here that could be the problem. Some of them, it's really hard to tell if they're kind of out of place.
Well, we gotta check. Well, there's some we're gonna have to completely turn around.
Well, just take a quick look. If it looks like they're slightly discolored, try rotating them and see if it looks a little bit better. You know what, you know what, who wants to call it good? That we pretty much got it good.
You know what? You know what I say? Circuit, you know what I say to this?
Go for it.
Flip it.
God damn it!
Ah.
There we go.
All right. So, yep, there we go. And let's see how much time do we have left here?
8 minutes.
Really?
So we gotta close it.
Oh, okay. We got enough time for a few videos at least. Yay. Alright, so we'll get a few videos in before we call it a night here, especially since, yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing an after party tonight, unfortunately. Just due to blah.
You're still
Unfortunate, but understandable.
screaming at us.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll get it in just a sec. Yeah.
You know, that single image of Sunny using the blender, I'm like, is this an abuse of power? Then I stop and go, if Tim the Toolman Taylor had this ability, God help us all.
Okay, quickly change the images here. Alright, and let's go into our video segment for the last little bit. Because the one thing that the pony community cannot seem to stop is videos. Even though a lot of them keep getting copyright claimed, blocked, mocked, and socked. They keep coming, which is amazing. It also means that I download every one I find because I'm also paranoid they're going to vanish one day. Yay! Let's get going!
There's always the Pony Archive.
If they can get it too, because sometimes even they miss stuff. Weird
Yeah.
Maritime Bay.
DVD Pong.
You can't deny it. You would watch that just waiting for it to hit the corner. Actually, the funny thing is Starlight Glimmer would be the perfect one to send to the future to look around at things. Because she's not in any of the main 6 documents. She's literally forgotten.
The filters.
Oh, kitty.
Weird.
My cats bother me. She wants pets.
Pet
Did,
the kitty.
did the Maelstrom just get towed?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I don't like that.
Oh no.
The poor
petting
kids.
her. I'm petting her. You love that, don't you?
Oh.
I think we all know what this is.
Yeah. Okay, they do have Hitch off just a little bit.
Well, it looks like they're using the old Zoe Creator nose shape for.
Aww.
Aw. It took a moment, but I had to remember, alright, it was Happy Tree Friends that basically can be our answer to the whole for kids thing.
Yeah. And now, animatic little love song.
Why do I think I need? Yes, this one's captions on.
Oh, good point.
Ah.
Oh God, no, no! Why? Why is that the only part in English?
Ow! Ow!
Because it's a cover of Justin Bieber.
No, it's not.
Ow! Oh.
Oh, oh, here we go. We already saw it once. Let's just watch it again for giggles.
And this is just so that it can get uploaded as a YouTube short.
Yep.
Hey Siri, how to get slim and tall without any exercise? Only eating. Fast food also. Fast food also included.
And this will be the last video of the night, everybody. Actually, never mind. There'll be one more after this because it's a short 15-second one. I'm glad adult Justin Bieber is doing fine. In all honesty, I am glad because I can just imagine what that kind of fame did to him.
Yeah, this is not for kids.
This is interesting, and I'm confused. Why does Rainbow Dash have Shining Armor's cutie mark as a choker?
Oh, the AI. Oh!
Ah!
Alright, that was it.
Terrifying.
There is
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh god, Miri, reminding people that kids are actually little shits.
In fairness, we all know that.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. This is reminding the people who really love Spy Family that yeah, kids are actually little shits.
I know.
Anyway.
It's so adorable, but you know what the hell they put you through.
Anyway, we still got the closeout song, but before that, we of course got to wrap it all up with our final shoutouts. We had our fun, and unfortunately, as I mentioned, I'm really bogged down tired, so I cannot do the after party this week. But hopefully next week I'll be back to a normal schedule to be able to do it. But
it's all good, man. Take care of yourself before you take care of
It's all right. It's all right, Circuit.
I know. But we do got time for a shout out for everybody, so let's go ahead and do so. Starting off with Coal Dust.
Coal Dust.
Coal Dust.
Hi.
Shout out. What's your shout out, Coal Dust?
Shouts out to the guy who sold me a bunch of railway paperwork at the train show for really, really cheap. And, yeah. Yo. He was selling me railway timetables for $1 a pop. And also, he sold me these 3 enormous books. One being all the information on being a train station agent in some era. The next one about all the information of like freight agents and tariffs. And the other one going into more details on tariffs, specifically for express goods.
Ooh, that is a fun read, and I hope you share that, especially with some certain rail companies that are stupid.
That won't be helpful at all in the modern day. Because these are all policies from like fucking at least 70 years ago.
Alright, well, shout out to awesome old paperwork. That it does
Hell
sound
yeah.
really cool, though. Alright,
Yes.
now Crazy Matt Capitan.
Fires, explosions, for pasta, defense, and jerky, LV Roan. And, I don't know what we're doing Wednesday. We do have Satisfactory back on the menu of options, so we may dive into that. Who knows? Check in on Wednesday, see what we're doing.
Also, CMC, I didn't contribute to the Kickstarter, so possible cosplay for HarmonyCon next year.
Alright, and on to DM21 Plus.
Have a great week, guys. Stay healthy and tip your waiter and waitresses.
And Textalion.
Have a safe spring break, everyone.
Torakoi.
Thank you to everyone that has been here. Thank you to CMC and Commander for being our moderators. Thank you to OX2, Little Alice Dragoneye, Alien Gathering, Archie Fan Stormcloud, Fall 857, Commander Root, Del Otak, Discord and streaming communities, Dragsnap, Gamers and Streamers, Isabella, Catherine, Oxy Melody, Polymath64, me, our text relay to IRC, and all the lovely people in the YouTubes.
And Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
Shut up, going to sleep.
Alright, I'd like to thank you all for joining us for another episode of The Brony Show. Please be sure to tune in on Wednesday for Winchester and Wednesday crew doing Winchester and Wednesday shenanigans. Also, tune in an hour early on show days for the pre-show with Cold Dust and crew, which is always a lot of fun and good times. Normally there will be an after party, however, tonight there's not, but next week and every week after that, hopefully for a while at least, join us after the show live on the Vaughn for our coffee house after party. The Oatmeal Galore no longer exists. The coffee house after party.
Pancake and now just the coffee house.
The coffee house after party. Along with that, throughout the week, there are random streams that do happen from time to time. Unfortunately, we can't set a schedule, but we can announce them. So keep an eye on our Discord. And whenever streams are happening and are going to be live, we will make announcements on our Discord letting you know. Also, it's a good idea to subscribe to both The Brony Show Twitch, The Brony Show YouTube, and, well, my personal Twitch, too, because you might as well shout out myself. So, yeah, be sure to check out all of those avenues for fun and entertainment throughout the week. Also, shout out to Commander Something for keeping an eye on the chat. Shout out to Kasakai, Clyde the Conquest, Colded, Fantastic Fred, Relay Serve, Sonic5421, Techman, Textalion the Second, Vaguely Creepy, and yay, Archivers. And also shout out to Syncry, Just My Mage, Judd, and everybody else in our YouTube chats. Does mean a lot that you are able to check in with us on our live streams and say hi. Speaking of which, I do want to thank everybody, whether you watch us live on YouTube and Twitch or watch our archives when we upload them on YouTube, however you catch the Brony Show. Thank you so much for enjoying our content, enjoying our shenanigans, and having a good time with us. It does mean a lot, and I know it seems I don't put a lot of effort, but I do put some effort, and it does mean a lot when people say, you know, I like this. This is fun. You're silly. This is insane. What are you doing? I'm tired. I'm very tired. I'm very tired. So let's go ahead and wrap it all up with our final video here before I say weird things. Forever Free Brony with Chant of Immortality. Have a good night, everybody.
Ooh.
The Chant series.
Apologies to our editor that is going to have a field day after the audio mix up with the ending song. I'm so sorry. Good night, everybody. I will see you all next week. Sorry, no coffee house after party, but if you want to have one of your own, there's nothing stopping you from getting a bunch of friends together, grabbing a bunch of YouTube videos, and laughing for about an hour and a half while I dream. Good night, everybody.
Good night.